Today, I'm excited to talk to us about the Summit Push principles. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being on this channel. Well, I started my mountain climbing with the small hills in Nairobi, Kenya. Gong Hills, Longonot, Kilimambogo, and this was way back in 2014. Little did I know that climbing these mountains was going to open my mind to something very unique and very different. So today, I'm excited to begin this journey because my life is being transformed and we can transform our lives together. So follow me for more. Oh, yes, so this is what I'm excited to do. Just like I said, I started my mountain climbing expeditions in 2014, and this was simply for fun. But everything that you do ends up becoming a passionate purpose. So, in my life as a social entrepreneur, I picked it up that going to the top of my life would be the best thing that I would ever want to do. And nothing could inspire me more than going to the top of the world. And so today, I'm going to introduce the concept of summiting in our lives. Every single day, we have a goal, we have a plan, we have something we want to achieve within an hour, within a day, within a week. So when you wake up every day, you're thinking, today I need to accomplish this. Have you ever sat back and looked at that as something you have to surmount, a summit you have to reach? Many times we look at mountains and we talk of the tallest mountains in the world. We talk about the 7 peaks. In Kenya, we have Mount Kenya, standing tall at 4,895 meters. In Africa, we have the great Mount Kilimanjaro, the tallest freestanding mountain at 5,985 meters above sea level. Then we have the Everest, with the peaks out there in Asia, the tallest at 8,900 plus meters above sea level. These are grand mountains to take on, and many people die to make it happen, despite all the scary bits. However, every single day, we each climb our small mountains. So how do you prepare to summit your small mountain? That is what the Summit Push Principles is all about. Our everyday battles to work out things in life. And so we're going to be looking at strategy, we're going to be looking at planning, we're going to be looking at purposeful intention about achieving your goals and how this relates to mountain climbing. So I have taken Mount Kenya, I have done Mount Kilimanjaro 4 times, and I'm excited to be doing the 5th this year, 2026. So take this journey, and I hope you enjoy the lessons and everything that I have built up as an experience. So just like I said, mountain climbing is an experience that tests your every bit of energy. And you cannot just wake up and run to a mountain. Of course, you can do that with a hill. If you're fit enough, you just take a hike. But to trek some of the big mountains, you need a clear goal, a mindset, and a chance to work out your physical body for the chance to undertake, climb, and actually push to the summit. So over the years, I've been climbing mountains, and I thought it's good to put my story into principles that can help you as you go about your daily life. So whether it's a child, a student, an entrepreneur, a parent, whatever it is that you're doing, there is always a mountain to climb. And so, if you look at how you do everything that you do, you give yourself targets and you aim to achieve them, which means you have to be very clear about the 4 W's and your H: the why, the who, the what, the where, and the how. When you come up with a project, you always have to critically analyze the whole concept so that you can understand the journey. You can pick your key performance indicators, you can get your milestone, you can do resource mapping in every way to understand what scope of a project you are undertaking. And that applies the same way if you need to go and summit a big mountain. Remember, just like I said, we may all not climb mountains, but we each can help someone climb and conquer mountains in their lives. Did I just come up with that concept overnight? No, I had to go through so many days of hiking and trekking to look at people we climbed mountains with. And it reminds me of a story back in 2017 when my daughter was just 2 years and we went to take on Mount Longonot. One of our hikers could not make it, and my daughter couldn't understand why she is big but she can't climb. Yet her at 2 years, she could go all the way to the top and even make it around the crater. With her decision to go around the crater, she inspired 10 more adults to go around the crater. And that is powerful. So the mountains have a lot of stories. And today we begin that journey to learn how to conquer ourselves as we summit mountains every single day. So let's keep going. So just like I said, in this video, our focus is going to be on the elementary setting up principles of what we will be learning over the next 1 year. And each week I'll be walking us through various aspects of what we do to be able to make sure that we are ready to summit in our lives. Of course, my journey has not been very easy. But remember that the only way you can win is by deciding not to quit. And when you set your mind at achieving an objective, go for it. Do not turn back. Do not listen to naysayers, but you have to prepare for the battle ahead. So in life, the same principles do apply. And these are what we are going to be unpacking every single time I release a video. We would look at how things can be done at various aspects and various levels. Because every single day, we're having new experiences. We are learning, we're maturing, we're getting new challenges, new opportunities, new ideas. Technology is changing. So with every change, you too must learn to change. And this is what this is all about. Just as you're seeing behind me, this was my 4th Kilimanjaro take in the year 2025, November. And so what are mountains? we look at these huge geographical phenomenons that sit on our earth. Some are volcanic, meaning they were created out of eruptions, and some out of the so-called tectonic forces, when the earth shifts and moves, and we have valleys and we have hills. Either way, they form huge, huge physical bodies on this earth. Which mountain have you undertaken and how was the experience? What did you do to be able to get yourself out there? Are you scared of mountain climbing? Is it something you dread? Because we've gone places and people have asked me questions. Albert, why do you punish yourself to do these kind of things? Yes, they say punish because it's difficult. You need preparation. You need gear. You need to have the right state of mind. And physically, you must prepare. Finally, it also costs money. So if you do not build a purpose, you will not understand why you undertake this. But on the flip side of things, this is what we do every single day. We are always climbing a mountain. And if you approach life with fear, trust me, every single thing that you do, you will not succeed. Why? Because you've not built that habit, the character, the power, the energy to be able to conquer the small everyday mountains in your life. But when you do go out there and you want to summit a mountain, you build yourself to become a conqueror. Because again, like I said, it is not mountains that we conquer, it is ourselves. Because what do you tell yourself about summiting? If you believe you will make it, you will work at it and go out there and make it happen. But if you tell yourself you can't make it, tough luck, you won't do it. So every single day you wake up and you have a mountain to climb. You have a summit to push. How do you do it? Possibly, this is the difference. And I'll tell you right now. You see, many times we look at our daily activities at that scope. I just need to go to work, do this, do it well, and I'm done. And so that is why you do not look at it as something massive to achieve. Possibly, it's a skill you have. It's a routine you're used to. So to you, it's easy peasy. We'll do it and we're done. But when you think about going out there to climb a mountain, you're like, oh man, this is tough. I've got to plan. I've got to be physically fit, mentally fit. I need all the money. How can I do it? I've never done it. It's cold out there. What if it rains? What if I fall? What if I get hurt? Who can take care of me? Who are the best people to do it? I've never done this before. And all that blah, 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 blah. Trust me, mountain climbing develops characters in you. It brings out the best in you that you could have never thought of. And when you do this and ultimately summit, you get so excited about every other single thing you undertake in your life. Because what do you say? If I could get to the top, I can conclude matters and get to win. That is a simple concept. That is a simple process. So never tell yourself that you can't. Prepare, plan, execute, and trust me, you will make it happen. And so like I said, we have Rwenzori in Uganda. We have Mount Kenya right here in Kenya. We have Kilimanjaro. We have Table Mountains in South Africa. We have the Alps. Mountains never cease to amaze. But you must prepare to go out there to them, to experience it. And my prayer is that ultimately I'll do the Everest. People have scary information about the Everest. But don't other people go and hack it? Again, like I said, it's all here. How big is the size of the fight in you to want to make things happen? And so these principles, they cut across. And so this is the journey I am opening to us. As we climb more mountains, as we conquer ourselves, because we talk negatively, we talk fear, we talk rejection, and we tell our minds it cannot happen. Flip things and tell your mind, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make it happen. This is me. And if you approach life with that attitude, success will follow every single step. You will deal with procrastination, you will deal with the fear, you will deal with self-limiting beliefs, and ultimately, everything comes out of you strong, powerful, and daring to go. So let's take this journey. Ladies and gentlemen, it was such a pleasure having us in here. My name is Albert Nashon, and thank you for being on this channel. I'm looking forward to us doing amazing things together. And of course, physically climbing mountains with you, your company, your institution, your organization, or even just you and your wife, you and your children. We can do this and learn lessons together. Thank you so much for being in here. Looking forward to your questions, your comments, and engaging so that we can be able to climb and conquer mountains in our lives. And success will be ours for the taking. Cheers.